Or, no, maybe it's magic deck that's bad. Okay. Do something else. Do something better. You know, you kind of love the idea of maybe you get straight here. You hate the idea because you're not getting a straight here. What you're actually going to get is full house, kings and queens. Clearly. Okay, you don't get full house, kings and queens, but you just play nothing because you're gonna draw a king or a queen. It's just... It's preordained. A king or a queen is going to be drawn here. Okay, there we go. King and a queen. Ain't that special. Now, we did waste a ton of money by wasting hands here, but there's no but. That's just bad. You know, Jolly Joker does a thing. And so does this Buffoon pack, probably. Plus 30 chips for each remaining discard. Each queen held in hand gives 13 mult. And there's some appeal to Banner, that's for certain. And that's like 90 chips, potentially, if you don't discard, and we're trying to just make pairs. I think this engine brings you through the first couple antes pretty easily, actually. Because, yeah, you just have your hand, and boom, we play a pair of aces. And look at the mult, look at those chips, and there you go. Easy win in one. And maybe we're a pair build. Maybe we do Blue Joker for chips for each remaining card in the deck, because we don't discard and fish for anything. And now we have so many chips, you don't even know what to do with it. We got more chips than the Frito-Lay factory. There you go. You play a pair of eights. Yeah. Telescope, I think, actually is meaningful, because if we're a pair build, which we might be a pair build, then scaling pair is going to be relevant. I do like a coupon. And we don't really scale any of our jokers right now, so that makes a lot of sense. And there's almost always a pair available in your initial hand. Which is relevant, because you really don't want to discard. Give me my Mercury. And red seals, you just kind of like to have them. You do... yeah, give me a red seal king. And I guess you might as well have a business card. And you might as well play Even Steven. And there you go. Now, what are we doing with these fools? I have no idea. Well, we must play 5 cards. Okay, well, good to know. You're not going to play Runner. 1 in 2 chance to create a tarot card when... And that's pretty good. I think you'd probably rather have that than business card in this situation. I know I just said in like my previous run that our problem is normally economic, but if we're just playing... Like, we're not fishing for face cards, so we're just playing the... Like, whatever random pair is available to us. So, like, talking like 3 in 13, maybe 4 in 13 if we're generous and say like, oh, sometimes there's multiple pairs on the board, chance that business card has a chance of going off. And even if it does, we're scoring 2 cards. I think you sell it and you bring in Hallucination, which honestly I think is stealthily going to be a better economic Joker because it gives you more value out of your packs. I do think you buy seed money prospectively. Now, granted, that does mean you don't have the money to actually get the interest, but I guess we could double nothing, or also get nothing. You don't fool for Wheel of Fortune. Come on, let's not be silly here. Okay, well, now business card would have been nice, but whatever, it's fine. We bought seed money. We don't have any immediate needs. We don't even know what we're fixing our deck for necessarily because we're just playing random pairs. You just go next round here. That way we accrue money, we can get interest, and then once we are in more dire straits later in the game, we can actually pivot to something with more resources at our disposal. Because right now we're fine. We are still fine. We're coasting. Times 2 mult, we play pairs. I do like gold. And we do hold a lot of cards in hand, so actually I think having the gold card makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's what you use Fool for. You just use it as like an economic engine. In that case, maybe we open up an Arcana pack. Maybe we hit him with a nice little gold ace. Then you turn this into a devil. And then you don't do anything yet, actually. Guess Hierophant by 9s. Lose $1 per card played. How dare you? Because what you really want, we've got that red Seal King, don't we? Is there not a pair here? That's disgusting. What does a bonus 9 give us? Anything good? No. 2 4s though. 2 4s. Because we'd love to get Devil on the red Seal King. For sure. We do want to buy planets because that's our only form of scaling at the moment. Has Hallucination actually done anything for us yet? I don't think it has. Which is remarkable, quite frankly. Okay, actually a pair is better than a 3 of a kind somehow. Not good enough to win. That's concerning. Where's your red Seal King, brother? Okay, we do really need to be thinking about replacing some of these jokers. Like, I don't think even Steven is doing much for us. And $2 per discard if no discards are used. I mean, it's actually worse from a scoring perspective, but it synergizes well with what we're doing. Kinda. Honestly, Hallucination might go just because I'm upset that it hasn't been working properly. And to be clear, by working properly, I mean working to my benefits. And full house is... No, actually a pair is better than a full house. Who would have thought? What a wild world we're living in. Okay, so it's probably time to start panicking. We do have delayed gratification though, so like that helps. That mold is just better than Jolly Joker. But I think you get rid of Hallucination just because I'm mad at it. Do we also... I don't think you need Golden Joker and delayed gratification. That seems a bit much. Start with 0 discards. Okay, there is a non-zero chance we just die here. Because we don't get any of our chips from Banner now. So this is going to be pathetic. Okay, we're actually going to be fine. As long as we can make a pair on every single hand. Which we can. Okay, where is that red Seal King? He's hiding from me. When blind is selected, gain 3 hands and lose all discards. That's like an anti-synergy. Earn $1 of interest for every $5 you have. I do think economically we're starting... delayed gratification definitely helps. I think we're starting to maybe get towards escape velocity there. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Give me something good. Oh wow, that actually got it. Huh. There is a Red Seal King in this deck, right? Okay, yeah. I didn't hallucinate that. Unfortunately. And pair of twos sucks, but sometimes it's the best you got. Oh, there it is, finally. Sheesh, okay, W. And now, honestly, here you go, and ace, sure. Just getting the economic engine even more tuned up. Because now if this guy's in our hand, we get $6. Now that we have all this money, we can actually start thinking about getting better jokers, probably. Might as well get that, yeah. Earn $1 for each 9 in your deck. And it's foil? And this is at most $6. This is currently 4. And if we start fixing our deck towards 9s, that can beat that easily, and also gives chips. I think, yeah. Delayed gratification is out. Cloud9 is in, baby. Like, it's a mild economic debuff for now, but the extra chips are going to be meaningful, and I just think in general it's fun. You're going to like it. Besides, we can build our deck towards having just loads of 9s in it. Who wouldn't love that? I don't think you can play Ride the Bus here. You can definitely start trying to make more 9s. Such as by strengthening a 7 into an 8, and a 4 into a, or 5 into a 6. Which, granted, doesn't help immediately, but it gets us on the way. I'm also realizing we're kind of in too deep on pairs. Like, we can't switch to another hand type at this point. Which is not great, because pairs aren't great, but have you considered that maybe it's enough? I don't really like putting my faith in a misprint. An Emperor, though. I'd put my faith in an Emperor. And then a Fool that becomes an Emperor, and also Wheel of Fortune that you use and you get nothing from, and then you use the Emperor again and you get Temperance, and you use the Temperance, and there you go, money. Easiest however many dollars of my life. Now you can Death. Do we really? We have no 9s in this whole selection of cards. Well, that's lovely. Hang on, give me Hierophant on these 8s. Or we could get more money, but more chips on our cards seems relevant. Okay. So things are going fine. Mostly. We are going to want to copy some 9s when we get the chance. It's hard to just pass up this opportunity. And it's easy, actually, when it's worse than just a pair. This is not a very fancy run, but it's getting the job done so far. You can't deny that. I mean, I feel like Jolly Joker would probably be replaceable. We choose one. Then again, making our cards a little better with Magician. It's got appeal. Let us... not really sure I'm feeling the madness. One more reroll? Just one more. Okay. All diamonds are debuffed. That's fine. Oh, finally, a 9 to copy. 2, become 9. Also, nines be played. Like, we definitely need something. Probably some more malts would be useful. Maybe some malts. Times malts. Because, like, yeah, you don't really love using literally all your hands to beat the blinds. Wait, another hand is useful for sure. You gotta look at this. And duplicating a decent 9 is, I think, pretty much a no-brainer here. And you gotta look at the Buffoon pack. Constellation, it's 50 chips. I mean, it's anti-7. I think it's probably too late to start building Constellation. Are any of these any better, though? Not really. Like, is 50 chips better than 8 malts? Let's see. Our pair is 130 chips and 10 malts. It's like, the 8 malt is actually almost doubling the malt. Kinda. I know, the smaller side is the more impactful side. The question is, can you get the times malt working fast enough to make a difference? I don't think you can. So I think this might be a skip. Well, you don't really want to play the king with the gold seal. Or not, it's not a gold seal, it's red seal on gold, to be clear. That's the number of times Pokemon has been played this run to mult. Now that I can get behind. Because we've played pair 36 times. Does that best blue Joker for it? Well, okay, what does it shove at? I mean, it's obviously a strict upgrade over Jolly Joker. So I think, yeah. Like that, it might be better than the chips, but I'm not sure if the chips are better than the malts of the Jolly Joker, so like... It's always safe to swap out something that you know for certain is a straight upgrade. Emperor? I take issue with these 1 in 4 calculations. They seem wrong. All played face cards become gold. And it's interesting, don't get me wrong, but... yeah, maybe you want to see what the Polychrome Joker is. Just have a little look-see. Maybe even make these aces into magic aces, some lucky aces. Although lucky aces kind of seems like it might be just sort of a slang term for the aces you like cheated in under your sleeves. I think you're fine if you play like a trash hand here, just to try to draw something of value. What you don't want to do is play multiple of those, for certain, though. Honestly, I thought we'd be a little better off getting Supernova out there. It's not actually feeling that much better, I must say. Polychrome delayed gratification. I mean, let's look at this. We're getting 39 malt from pair existing, plus 10 malt. So like 50 malt. 15 malt. If I had delayed gratification, then that's going to be just straight up 25 malt and counting. So yeah, it's a straight upgrade over Abstract Joker. Yeah, might as well buy that. So there's got to be other things. I mean, holographic to the moon is funny. I'm just always bad at analyzing, like, when Bolt is better than chips and vice versa. I guess the way to think about it, right? The hand is already giving us 130 chips. So for example, Blue Joker, if it gives us 90 chips, that's less than doubling the amount of chips. So, which in a certain sense means it's worse than one molt, but it's not quite like that, because then all the other molts the chips. So like, if you don't have molt, then in theory you want, or I guess the ideal scenario is you want chips and molt to be as equal as possible. Unless you can just get molt extremely high via molt. We don't have much molt, so it's complicated. What isn't complicated is getting rid of these low cards that suck, and also making this queen better. Now from here, you definitely want to strength an 8 into a 9 and a jack into a queen, because why not? Because you can. Just double my money twice. Flips and shuffles all Joker cards. Luckily, the order almost doesn't... Well, you definitely have delayed gratification after Supernova, but other than that, order basically doesn't matter for our Jokers. And it is kind of ridiculous that this is going to be the run that the first run of the day that actually wins. Because this is like the most... Like, this is not a run I'm excited about. This is like the most boring run imaginable. Of just, we play a pair, and that's it. And then get like some chips and molts. But hey, sometimes the easy way is the better way too. That's just how the cookie crumbles, don't you know? And our total value of Jokers is 14, so it's not exactly an inspiring crew. And +2 molt for every $5 you have. And I've got to clear Blue Joker at this point, or Banner. I'm going to say Blue Joker. Yeah, Bootstraps, there you go. And now we just don't spend money. Easy. Okay, that was definitely a marginal improvement at least. I've never used Bootstraps before. Add negative to a random Joker. Yeah, sure, why not? Ooh, negative Bootstraps. Give me a Glass King. Just in case, just because. And we do have a Joker slot, so I kind of want to fill it with something. Well, this is something. To the moon! Holographic to the moon. Okay. Sure. Okay, now the only thing is you really did want the delayed gratification to be at the end. I didn't see. Where did it go? Okay, you're here, so you should be here. Like, I think we win regardless, most likely, but... Now, I don't think we go far in Endless Mode, but I do think we do Endless Mode. Because... if we can... we have a really good economic build right now, and if we can just save money, then we can potentially get that unlock. It's gotta be like 400 bucks though, which is... it's a lot. So I think we just kind of see if we can coast and just not spend money, and then maybe you win. And we have To the Moon, we've got Banner, we got our gold cards, we got Cloud9. Also, Banner doesn't affect money, I don't know why I mentioned it, but... like, that's a lot of interest. So we need to survive. If we're making like 40 bucks an ante, we're at 240-ish right now. Gotta survive like... only like 5 more, I think, to get to 400. That should be doable. You also want to not spend money, though, is the problem. So just keep going. Just keep swimming. There is also a certain logic, though, of maybe you do want to re-roll in the shop a bit. Because if you re-roll, you've got the chance of running into a hermit, which would give you just straight up positive money. Especially with the re-rolls being so cheap. It's gonna be close, one way or the other. I mean, the Celestial Pack's kind of expensive. But increasing the pair is going to increase our survivability. Reroll once. Okay, did the same thing as the Celestial Pack, but cheaper. Ramen is going to get ×2. We don't discard anyway. That increases our survivability for sure. And that's got to be better than Banner at this point. Okay, I think that helps us survive, hopefully just long enough, too. Oh, you hate to see that, but we don't really have a thing to do other than just play pairs, so... Look, hopefully we can get away with playing just like 2. Does high card get us there? Okay. And that was annoying, but we're still there. We're still alive. And we just need to survive like 2 more hands. We can do that. Right? How big are these upcoming blinds? I'm not actually sure if we can do that. And what? We're getting like 100,000 a hand. We have 5 hands, so 560k. That's going to be tough. Reroll. 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 That doesn't do anything for us. Burglar, though. I think Burglar guarantees we survive the next hand. You could get rid of Cloud 9 for it. Maybe delayed gratification. But that's a multer. To the Moon is only giving you 10 holographic, but that's how we're getting our money. Cloud9 is giving us $7 a hand. I'd like to have $308. Well, it's called We're Going to the Moon, Cloud9, and also we've got delayed gratification. I think I also bought an interest increasing. But here's the issue, Jedi Steve. It's not enough. It's not enough. Because we're trying to get to $400 a hand, $400 so we can get an unlock before I die. Which could very well be on the next hand. You can't get... Okay, so let's just think about this. We're getting 53 molt from Supernova. You can't get rid of Supernova. You get rid of Supernova, you die. This is going to effectively be... And this is a lot of molt, because it's a times molt, and we got Supernova, we got Bootstraps, you get rid of that, you die. Get rid of Ramen, you die. Cloud9 and To the Moon is affecting our score the least. I mean, that's 10 molt, which becomes 15 molt, which becomes 30 molt, which is not insignificant, but it's insignificant. The issue is that decreases our interest like by half. So I'm not sure then, like, you get your survivability, but you sacrifice the ability to actually survive, to get to your economic goals. Maybe you do. But I think without Burglar, you probably lose the next hand anyway, so I think you gotta do this. Okay, next round. So now we only have hands. It does also, I'm realizing now, Burglar, it ruins delayed gratification's economic effect as well, because it gets rid of our discards. Which is a problem. Gets us I mean, high card gets us there. Okay, yeah, we have the amount of money we're getting per round. Ugh. How many of these? Okay, hold up. A lot of these are uncommon. Okay, here's an idea. You get rid of burglar, then you buy baseball card. Delayed gratification has economics again, but also every one of these uncommon jokers gives times mult as well. Yeah. That should be enough to make this blind go by pretty easily. I hope. Because that's going to be a big increase in score. Yeah, huge. Which is offsets greatly the burglar going away. And now from here... Again, you are still reeling a bit from not having to the moon anymore. But you have your delayed gratification money back. Like, really what we would love to see is, like, just give me, like, a temperance in the shop or a hermit. I think we probably survived the boss still. All face cards are on face end. That doesn't really affect us. We should survive this boss. The issue is I don't think we survive past this boss. So, it's going to be tough. Look at this. Okay, that was a pair of kings. That was very lucky. So we can probably get to around like 1.5, almost 2 million. We're so close, guys. We're so close. Money tree. Interest capped raised to 20. But if we look at our blinds, we are not making a $7.2 million blind. So I think we have to do rerolls. And basically, you either need something that just increases your score to such a degree that you can make 7.2 million. Or you're just hoping to get like tarot cards to show up in the shop that give you money, just straight up. I don't think it's gonna happen though. That's, you can't, yeah. And good temperance, I mean, but we've still lost money in general. I think the dream is dead, unfortunately. Well, if you keep getting temperances. And ballot's not gonna help. Yeah, I think it's over. Dream's dead, guys. Dream's dead. And Bloodstone. Yeah, it's over. Oh, you know what I should have done? Well, yeah. Maybe I should have just gone to these, because there's certain spectral packs that can give you money. Not these ones, but... Yeah, we definitely lose to the flint here. Like, it's not even going to be close. Okay, well, that's fine. We did get past white stick on magic deck, though, so that's something. Alright, I think, though, let's go back to our bread and butter abandoned deck. Here we go.